Basketball was my first love, man, before anything. I still love the game now, but I just love it differently. I am who I am today because of the game. It molded my mental, my physical, my manhood, but the culture is who I am too. Let's get straight to it.
A lot of talkers. You gotta do more doing than you do talking.
Straight Shooters Podcast.
What's going on, everybody? Welcome to Straight Shooters Podcast, where we talk real, raw, authentic, and unfiltered at all times. We appreciate y'all for tuning in and tapping in to the previous episode. And if you have not already, go ahead and hit that subscription. Go ahead and hit that subscribe button and the like button while you at it. You know what I mean? Go ahead and make sure you stay in the loop. Don't miss any gems. And with that being said, let's get straight to it. Today's guest is someone I call a jack of all trades. Why? Because we met through the game of basketball, first and foremost, almost a decade ago, probably a decade and some change ago. But his main focus and his main passion is music, and he's unbelievable at that. And his field is ridiculous. He's worked with heavy hitter names such as Keys, shout out Keys in the Cut, OG Parker, London on the Track, Sonny Digital, 808 Mafia, Verse Simmons, Stevie J. The list is long, and there's more. So, on top of that, this feels like a gift to the pod, because this man is so hard to get in touch with and to get a hold of, because he's always working. And that's where he gets the streams from, and that's where he gets the fan base from. Bro is really locked in, and has been locked in for a decade plus. I love his craft, I love his work, I love his music. But more than that, we good friends, and this is someone I call family. We've been locked in, like I said, for a minute. And I'll let him touch on some more. But ladies and gentlemen, without further ado, Retro, I appreciate you, brother.
Facts.
Thank you.
My pleasure to be here, man. You already know. Make sure my mic loud, because I do talk very low.
I fuck with that. You already know. He a mellow guy.
For sure.
He don't get too high or too low. He always been like that since I met him. And he was a bucket, by the way, so I'll go ahead and disclaim that. So I got to disclaim the
please.
bucket getter when we first
I
met.
get it here and there.
And he'll still give you a few today. I'll pick him on my five.
Here and there, yeah.
No cap. But yeah, man, for the people in the fan base out there that are not completely aware of what you got going on, let everybody know a little bit about you, what you bring to the table, your work, and what season of life you in right now, bro.
I mean, I'm a father first. That's the main thing. When I wake up, I know I got to be a father. I love that.
That's a fact.
But other than that, man, the music is the main focus for me, man. Just getting around genuine people and trying to make that situation grow. For the longest, I just accept people and let them in my life and my energy and stuff. And when the older you get, you start to pay attention to, like, different people is just around you for certain reasons. So you just want to get with people that I learned growing up. You want to get with people that's for you, because I've been hanging around. I've been around this so long. It's just people they're just for the moment. So I just learned. Get with some people that's for you. And that's what's really carrying me through life right now. But right now, where I'm at in life, I'm working on music every day. I do that every week.
Of course.
And just like I said, being a father, man, that's like the biggest thing in my life right now. My sons, they so active, so.
You got sons, they look just like him.
Facts.
He's strong as hell.
Facts.
It's crazy.
I gave them their good hair and everything. You sure?
Why you had to give it? Hey, Keys over there like, come on. He's crazy.
Keys be hating on me.
It's facts, though. It's all love. You know, love you.
Yeah, facts.
Oh, God. But yeah, with that being said, man, I know you got the album. It's getting ready to release.
It's bubbling.
Lost Art.
Lost Art.
And you got 3 songs that.
Yeah, they don't get the link. Facts.
But the album is very dope, bro. Storytelling album. I got a lot of Kendrick Lamar, Kanye vibes. I got a lot of old school '90s vibes. I mean, the production is through the roof. The vocals are through the roof. I've listened to it. You sent it to me maybe a couple days ago. I've listened to it on total probably about 4 or 5 times already.
Oh yeah.
And my favorite song, like I said, is probably Crazy, but Joy is so fire. The vocals on the young lady in the song. What's her name again? Let me know.
Conti. Adonai. Shout out Adonai.
Smooth as hell. And then you got Art Op on there.
Yeah. That's a story about my mother.
And I heard the story.
Facts, yeah.
That shit resonates. Me and my boy Don, my camera guy, we was hoping that shit on the way, and it's fire, bro.
Yeah.
So just give the people a little bit of a background story on what Lost Art means to you and what really influenced and inspired you to make that project.
Yeah, I started like Art Up, so it's like every story is like based around something what I'm doing or like a moment that I've been in life. But for the most part, the album is just saying how, as a people, like, to me, I feel like music is just lost and it's all over the place. And I feel like black men are lost. We all over the place. Same for women. So that's what it's called. But also, when you lost, you also could be found. So that's the whole project is just talking about me being lost too, because I'm not just pointing the fingers. Like I'm lost in certain terms in certain situations. So, and I lost so much in my life. So that's why I had the name. I turned losing into an art. So it's called Lost Art. So that's basically in a nutshell what it is. My life of losing, I'm turning it into an art. And to me, and it's like certain little pinpoints, like music, like I already said, music is lost, fatherhood is lost. And we do have great fathers in the world. I'm not here to be like, oh yeah, every black father. Nah, that's not it. But we know what I'm talking about. Like fatherhood is lost. We're steering our kids in wrong directions. So that's all it was. It was just a message about that. And mainly about me. Like I lost so many times, I turn it into an art.
And you turn it into a W, essentially.
Facts.
I mean, life is a balance, bro. You got wins, you got losses, you know what I'm saying? In any avenue, in any field, you're going to take L's, you're going to take dubs. The key is to, limit our turnovers and shit like that. But, we're going to have L's.
Right.
And the way you turn it into art is even more fire because that's just like, that's a double whammy. It's a dub and it's art from you. Yeah. And, what I also wanted to touch on, too, like, a lot of people, the reason why I called you a jack of all trades is because a lot of people don't understand, like, you're a clothing designer, you're a graphic designer, like you have so many different talents, bro, that a lot of guys really can't even fathom to even touch the surface of. You dig what I'm saying? Like, just being in the music industry and being around it, me personally, I've been in studios and I know what creative minds look like, and you have a very well-rounded base and foundation, bro. Right. Where would you say that influence and that inspiration came from, or where would you say that came from?
Basically, it's like a trick to it, cause like growing up in a household, it's like 8 people. I'm the youngest of 6 kids. I got 4 brothers. Okay. So when say like if we playing basketball, if you playing basketball, you want to win. So I wanted to be the best at basketball. One of my brothers draw, so I see him getting a lot of attention. They like, Aaron, AC could draw. I'm like, oh no, I could draw too. So somebody cooking, or your brother could cook. So that's where it all came from. Just my brothers, they knowing how to do a lot of stuff, and I just picked it up. From being the youngest brother, I picked up their traits, and I was just like, if I'm gonna do something, that's just my mental with anything. If I'm gonna do something, I'm gonna be the best at it. Now, and if I don't, if I fail at it, then like I said, I turn it to art, if that makes sense. So yeah, I would blame that on my brothers. Just being in a brother household, brother dominant, everything is a competition. We make everything competition. So growing up, I had to learn, like, I meet somebody and be like, oh yeah, I do this better. Like somebody like, bro, I ain't in no competition with you. Yeah, so I had to learn everything. Not a competition, but that's just me. I'm a competitor. Yeah, fair. That's it. That's how I am. Yeah.
Yeah. You've been like that even when I was on the court with you first, man. I'm like, hey, yo, we need 3 more. It's me, you, and 3 other niggas.
But you know me, I was like silent. I just try to let the work talk for itself. Oh yeah, you were always, yeah,
Nigga, let's get this shit going.
facts. But I'll give you credit right there, cause you know when you in the gym, it's like. It's politics.
Oh, it's a lot of fun.
You didn't care. You was like, oh, I know he gonna get a bucket for sure. Yeah, and we would win.
We would win.
Facts.
And get buckets.
Facts.
Every time.
Facts.
That's what it was.
And you was two piecing people up.
Thank you, bro. Hey, I know that's not something to brag about too much, but I don't let no one knock me off.
I remember you got into that fight. You held your own.
And this is on camera, so this is officially stamped.
Yeah, you gave him
this is stamped.
some wings and some fries.
Yeah, it was a nice little Popeye.
He got like a 4-piece.
Yeah, a little 4-piece.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying? With a biscuit and some fries.
A little extra.
Hot sauce.
He ain't come back.
Shout out to Bull though, because it was a misunderstanding. He just disrespected me. I had to do what had to be done.
Facts.
But to go back to the album, y'all look out for the album Lost Art. Please make sure y'all really lock in with that, because I really have heard almost every project from start to finish in his whole career, and really I've locked in with his music probably like real deep in the last 5-6 years. I've really been locked in with your music, like super heavy.
It's all facts too. I must say that I don't like spitting lies.
No, for sure. And
yeah.
I'll hit you and let you know, like, this is hard.
Yeah, facts. That is true. Just hit me, you hit me.
Yeah, bro.
Yeah, for sure.
What it's about, like, and not even what it's about, like, bro. Hard work's gonna pay off, and when the fuzz and the fog settles, you'll see the true colors, and you'll see what that gets you. And it speaks volumes, bro.
Right.
So y'all look out for Lost Art. That's gonna be dope. I know y'all gonna love it.
Make sure you. I gotta give credit to us, a female producer. Her name is Keys.
100%.
Dominant female producer. She is the coldest. And I know a lot of people don't do that, but I want to take it back to like the Missy Timberland days. Like link with a producer and just, females they hear their ear and their eye is very different.
Oh, hell yeah.
And mainly males, you can't hang around females because it's a lot of woo. Keys, she like a dude.
Yeah.
She keep you on your toes.
The conversation we had the other day just about music, when we was having our meeting, bro, like, Keys is locked in and in tune with music on a whole nother level. Like, the first thing she brought up to me was Jay-Z, Reasonable Doubt. Honestly, the only other person I know close to me that listens to Reasonable Doubt is Justin.
Facts.
And that's real rap. You know what I'm saying? So, real rap is a lost art.
Yeah.
Real hip hop, real music in general is
a lost art. Yeah.
So if you don't understand that, you can't even comprehend what we're talking about, because music is that deep to people. There's too many people who do this craft that really it doesn't mean what it means to people who really do this and have real passion.
Yeah, she real passionate. You could tell with the production,
gosh, the fucking beats are ridiculous.
Yeah, and also with the bars is everything is like she pushed me. She was the person that's in my ear like, nah, you could go harder. I heard you say harder stuff before. She had to, everybody got that person.
Yeah.
But normally with me, I don't have people around when I record, because not to be cocky, I know what I'm saying is hard.
Yeah.
But sometimes it's just, this time around, I'm going to try something different. I'm going to take a different route. I'm going to work with somebody.
I've been in the studio with you too, you keep it real.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, you keep it real smooth, point A to point B type.
This one like that, though.
Yeah.
You feel me? Like, she's in my ear, over my shoulder.
Right.
And I'm not used to that. And the average person who's been doing music over 10 years or more, they could take offensive to that. Like, who is you to tell? But me, I just was like, nah, what she's saying it could be correct. So I just told myself I'm gonna listen to what she's saying and just try it. And every time I tried it, it didn't steer me wrong.
Right.
So ever since then, I just was like, yeah, I had to stop myself to like. Sometimes I record, I'll be like, yo, you gotta come with me.
Right.
And I don't want to depend on her, you feel what I'm saying? But she's a big help to the whole album.
I mean, we all have, pieces to a puzzle. Like when you trying to win a championship, bro, and that falls in life, that falls in music. Like when you trying to win a championship and really win, like you gotta have those key pieces, bro.
Right?
And everybody gotta know their role.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying? That's the key.
And she do know her role.
Yeah.
I think that's like the key point with her, because a lot of people I meet, not to cut you off, they like get in, they see something, and let me do this. She know when to be like, oh, you the artist, you go. And it's stuff that she didn't pay for. Like, I didn't pay for this for you to do this, not for me. So that's how I know it's genuinely, like I said earlier, like you gotta get with people that's for you.
Yeah, and get uncomfortable too.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying? Like you said, like maybe a couple of years back on an old project, you might have had a different routine. Now your routine's a little different because you got out your shell.
She make you very uncomfortable.
And that's when growth happens.
Facts. It's happening. It happened right on the tracks. You can hear it. Like facts.
I can't wait.
I appreciate you. Me too.
Shit is hard.
Me too,
Y'all
bro.
gotta lock in with Keys, man. She's one of the hardest producers I've heard.
Facts.
I ain't even gonna cap. So next thing I want to ask you about is, just tell me and the people about what really drew you to the love of music. And I know a little bit, so this is more so for them. But give them a rundown of what really drew you for the love of it.
Okay, so like I said, to double back, when you listen to Art Op on Lost Art, you will hear that's the beginning bubble of that's what the origin of that story is. My love for music. That's the whole. That's what the story is about. Basically, my mother, she's a single mother of 6 kids. So,
not a single mom, man.
But she was in the 90s, you feel me? Yeah. So that's a whole different time. Yeah. You can have a neighbor that's, hey, I'm about to run to the store, Miss Bernadine. Make sure you look next door, and they'll look out for you for sure. So it was like one of them households. My mom would be like, I only could pay my rent by going to work. So she is a manager at Top Box in Detroit.
Word.
And her vice was music. So because my dad was abusive and my other brothers and sisters, she had 2 baby fathers.
What's up? Where this in Atlanta?
No, this is in Detroit. Yeah, in Detroit. So
niggas don't even know you in Detroit.
Yeah, I'm born in Detroit. Facts.
he don't talk about it too much.
What up though?
Please give them
facts. No, Detroit it molded me, but yeah, to stay on. Like I was saying, her vice was music. So when she every day after work, she would go to the music store and be like, I'm about to buy this CD. She would buy CDs, and when you look up, you would look at, she had a crazy CD collection. She couldn't watch us all day, so she would just go to work and be like, and when she go to work, hey, y'all don't touch my CDs.
Facts. Kids.
But when you tell a kid not to touch your something. Don't touch my CDs. To me, that means go listen to my CDs. So, of course, I touch her CDs and I stumble upon Ready to Die, the Biggies, the Tupacs.
You stumbled upon greatness.
Yeah, but I was scared of Ready to Die because the name of the album.
Right.
Because it was, I'm like, die. I'm like, I'm not ready to die. I was scared of that. So I was off on Biggie, but eventually I listened to it because of One More Chance, That was like my favorite R&B hip-hop record. But yeah, what got me into music is just her leaving, going to work, and she'd leave her CDs, and we'd just crack the CDs open. And then this one night she came home, and I think it was like a holiday. I say it's like around Christmas time, and she because we didn't have furniture or nothing. She'd have like a mattress in the middle of the floor, and when she play her CDs, we'd sing them, and she'd realize, like, how you know this song? Like, I ain't played this enough for you to know this. And she'd be like, oh, you been touching my CDs. Like, that's where these scratches and stuff come from. Because me, I'm trying to learn every lyric to the song. You know, back then they used to put the lyrics in the book.
Wow.
So me, I was one of them kids. Once the song come on, I read the lyrics in the book. I go try to make sure I know every word, and I think she drew a likeness to it, and that's what made me keep doing it. My mom was like, oh, you know every song on the radio, and I didn't, but I'm like, yeah, she said I know every song, so let me hurry up and learn every song. So I started learning every song, and that's just from there I just got lost into music, and I never looked back. I always loved music, for sure.
That's dope as hell, honestly.
Yeah.
Because a lot of people who do music, their foundation and what it really means to them isn't something that's actually meaningful, bro. So the fact that means that much to you, and you can actually depict and dissect detailed memories of why you love what you do.
Right.
Like, a lot of people can't do that. Like, there's people who play basketball or in other fields, they can't even go back and say, damn, why is this really my passion? Like, they're sitting here pondering, like, you know, with their finger, you know, looking nutty. You know,
it's even successful people like that too.
Exactly, bro.
Derrick Rose, he had an interview, and he was saying I was successful, and I didn't know the gratitude, and I just was doing it for somebody. He was doing it for somebody else, but that's why all them injuries was happening. You know what I'm saying?
Talking about the interview where he was at the barber shop.
Yeah, for sure.
That was fire.
Yeah, that was amazing. Yeah,
that was a great interview.
It kind of reminded me of myself, because he was talking about his brothers, like how they all stuck together and to get him to where he wanted to go.
Word. Speaking of brothers, I do gotta give AC a shout out, because we wouldn't be here without you, brother. you my dog. You know, this is his blood. You know, and both of them, I've been around them for like a decade, like I said, years. And bro blessed me with this beautiful logo that's going crazy, and everybody loves it, and I appreciate him for that. So I had to give him his flowers.
Oh yeah.
I was hoping he would pull up, but I know he was busy.
I actually seen him drawing this, and I didn't know what he was drawing this for.
Crazy.
Yeah. So it all makes sense, right?
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I pulled up on him one day, gave him the vision, and I just verbally voiced it. You know what I'm saying? And I come back a couple weeks later, he shows me a rough draft. He said, I started drawing this. He capped on me though. Then he said, but this is what came out. Because when he showed me the first one, he knew I wasn't gonna read it. It was a sketch.
Yeah.
And he pulls that out. I'm like, why you ain't just start? You crazy. But you know, shout out to AC, you know what I'm saying? We gotta get you on an episode one day. So I know that you performed at South by Southwest.
Yeah.
Give the people who aren't, you know, up and coming artists who are trying to do what you do and accomplish what you've accomplished, thousands of streams, thousands. That's hard to do. So y'all know what's going on. All artists that's watching this, it's hard to get 1K. But we talking times that by about 70, 80, 100. We talking thousands of streams. So
I'm in the millions now.
Oh, there we go. Amps.
Yeah.
So, you know what I'm saying? That's where we're at. But, you know, let the people know, you know, the up-and-coming artists and the people watching who are trying to do what you're doing, how it was to perform at South by Southwest, and you know what that meant to you.
When I did South by Southwest, I was just floating in those days. Like early in my career, it was just like I said, you could be doing something, you don't know why you're doing it. I know I love music, but everything else was like, oh, you got to do South by Southwest because he did it or A$AP Rocky did it. I was doing stuff like that back in those days. I didn't enjoy it. And I never even told people this. Is like my first time saying this. Like, now I've grown. I enjoy the stuff I do now because it's genuine. Like I said, it's fun when you could go somewhere and be with somebody who you love. Like Keys, that's my partner. Like, we speak a different language. We could look at each other and laugh. That's a language. So before, when I was doing that stuff, I was just around people who just, oh, you got South by Southwest. I'm hopping on a plane to go with you just to see. It was that type of energy. So that stuff was really like a blur to me, bro. Like, I was just
error too.
Facts.
So, you know, you in the industry where there's a lot of trial and error that happens. And you do have a little bit more wiggle room for that if you are a talented artist. If you're not
Facts.
talented as the next man or the next artist, that might fuck you up. You know
Right,
what I'm saying?
right.
Like, you had a lot more wiggle room because, you know, there's guys out here who make one tape that's not hitting or a song and you like, nah, we off to him.
But I think I got a lot of more wiggle room just because where I want to be haven't hit yet. So that's why I think it's more room for me to
You've already
slither.
accomplished some shit ton.
I accomplished a lot, but where I want to be, I haven't been seen how I want to be seen. So I think that's why it's so much room to grow because nobody have seen retro in its purest form. Not even I have seen me in my purest form. Facts. So that's why I just haven't been where I feel like I'm getting there, and I had to get, like I said, I had to just get around people that's for me. Even my kids, like them two little cats, they love me to death without me doing nothing.
Shout out to
So,
Alon and Andre, man.
facts.
The young bulls. I love them too. My son's cool with them.
Facts.
It's all love.
So I recognize love now.
Yeah.
So but me being that young and doing South by Southwest, I done like the car and bike shows.
Nah, facts.
You know what I'm saying?
Nah,
the
I've been
the
to a
birthday
couple.
bashes. I done that stuff before, but like I'm saying, it just was a blur. I was
You know,
just,
BT, a lot of people don't know about it.
yeah, the backroom freestyle, all of that stuff, yeah.
You ended up being Hot 107.9's fresh, or made the freshman list back in 2017.
Yeah, for sure. Like I said, all of that stuff was just a blur. I was just moving, and I was doing it. Oh yeah, I should do that because of Wu. Now all my moves is a purpose. I'm doing this because of me, or I want to do this, or I like this song. Like even you hearing Yacht Bluff, like that's nothing I would never, ever, ever put out or do or approach like that.
Mind you, that's an international song, by the way.
Appreciate
So
you,
I
yeah.
can't wait till the international scheme. I mean, it's unbelievable.
Yeah.
You know, when you can tap into that and actually be successful at it.
Yeah.
And put it out and it's mixed and mastered and it's hard.
Mm-hmm.
Like that's not a lot of artists can't tap into that, bro.
Yeah, but that's just one of my blessings.
Not facts.
Yeah,
One of the many.
one of the many blessings that God has given me. Like I take a lot of my blessings for granted. I realize that, but that's just a blessing for me to be a jack of all trades. Like I could do a lot of things, and it's also a curse too, because it's like, damn, I'm so good at this. Maybe I should just like I could cook really good, so maybe I should be.
Throwing down. Hey, I've had the pleasure of actually eating this man food, and he unbelievable.
I appreciate
in
you.
the kitchen, I ain't gonna hold you.
So with that,
He different.
you feel me? Like I can be like, oh, maybe I should just be a chef and not worry about streaming.
Right.
But then it's like I love music so much, so it's like, nah, I can never quit on music. Then I'm designing clothes, so like maybe I should just put my pen, but I can't do that. It's like a gift and a curse. But I learned over the years, just you gotta juggle it and get around the right people.
That's the key, bro. I'm juggling right now. You juggling right now. You see
Facts.
where we're at. I mean, it
Hell yeah.
takes you places.
But you never changed, bro. You had the same attitude since we was kids. So that's really,
I respect my dog, man.
and that's facts too.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
appreciate you on that, bro. That's
Yeah.
100, bro. So I got a question for you, and you can dissect this as deep as you like. So who would you, out of everybody that you've worked with already, just throw maybe a name or two out there of people that you want to work with that you haven't worked with already. If you were to name some people and they saw this.
Frank Ocean,
Ooh, that's hard. Oh my gosh, I'm just picturing it. Oh.
because I know that'll just take ours. That'll take the sound to a different. And I do a girl like, oh, I gotta do Doja Cat.
Those is hard.
I
You
do.
gonna go up with those either way.
And
Either way,
I love Chris Brown. I'm a big Chris Brown, so I love to do
Breezy
something with
guy.
Chris
Shout
Brown.
out Breezy, man.
Yeah,
Shout out C.
that's like one of my goats. So
He is a goat. He's
Facts.
he's one of the goats.
no, he my goat. You know, people disrespect him.
Yeah,
So
I mean,
like,
they disrespect him for a lot of reasons, but when you talk music, I mean, let's be honest.
yeah, it's there. Yeah.
Bro he's one of them ones.
Yeah, like Frank Ocean, Doja Cat, Chris Brown, them like some artists I would love to work with.
For sure.
Yeah.
That's hard.
Yeah.
Frank Ocean, I ain't expect you to say that.
Oh, yeah,
You
fact.
caught me off guard with that one, bro. Give me one
Yeah.
rapper, too. Give me one
A
rapper.
rapper.
One rapper.
Hove.
Cole?
Hove.
Hove. Oh,
Hove.
you go wrong with Hove.
Hove.
Hove is solid. I thought you said Cole. My bad.
I work with J. Cole too. Like, who wouldn't? But out of everybody, it gotta be Hove.
Yeah, Hove is solid. Hove is
I would just want to hear how he would talk.
yeah, big talk.
Yeah, big talk.
Different talk.
Billionaire talk.
Billionaire talk. B talk.
Yeah.
So the next thing I gotta ask you is, how was it working with Rich Homie Quan? How was that experience back when y'all collabed on the track? Explain that experience, and you don't have to get too deep, but you can.
No, I get deep because it's actually like a pinpoint about that.
Yeah.
Me working with him, everything up until me working with Rich Homie Quan, I would write everything down. Like in the studio, I was writing everything, like writing. And I just tell people like, I didn't run into nobody who's like a cold freestyle. I know about that. Like I know Jay-Z is a cold freestyle. He can freestyle good. But anybody who I run into, they couldn't like body me with them freestyling my writing. It was no difference.
Right.
But until I did that song Rocket Game with Rich Homie Quan, I went to his house.
That was hard, by the way.
And actually, my brother traded a painting for the feature, because he was like,
that's work.
Facts, but he still paid my brother Rich Homie Quan. He's solid. He still gave him money, and he still gave me the feature because he like, y'all my family, y'all my brothers. Yeah. So with that being said, when the beat loads up, I'm like, I load up 2 beats. I'm like, I got these songs. Can you get on either one? And he was just like, the Rocket Gang is more my lane. So I just load up the beat, and as I see him recording, he started like, Rich Homie, tell him what you got. I got these bitches on bars. And then he like, all right, stop that, keep that. I'm like, what? He say the next line, I got these bitches on cars. Stop that, keep that, keep that. He punching in. I never seen it done like this before. So you're like, I make my bitches Minaj. Stop that, keep that. So then when you hear it back, it's like, Rich Homie, tell me what you got. I got these bitches on bars. Hey, I got these bitches on cars. Hey, I make my bitches Minaj. Hey, I was like, whoa. That shit gave me the chills because I never seen nobody record like that. So he changed my whole style of recording. I stopped from that day on. I was like,
I've been in studios with you where you've used that technique. So
facts.
And it's honestly a skill, bro. A lot of guys can't do that. Like I watch Tory Lanez on Twitch, and Tory Lanez puts Twitch freestyles out. He'll have people comment and say, "Hey, beat 1 or beat 2," and then the audience on Twitch choose the beat. He'll go make a song in 12 minutes, bro.
Yeah, hell yeah. But that's what happened. He did his verse. Like I'm normally, when you writing, you thinking, when he did his verse in like 10 minutes and it was hard, I'm like, whoa. But that's when the competitive, me, like I said earlier, you can't no nigga beat me in nothing. That's how I think. So when I see him do that, I'm like, oh, this is Rich Homie. No offense, but I'm like, oh, he could do that, I could do that. So from that point on, I just was like, oh, I'm not writing no more. I'm gonna do line to line, and it changed my whole style of recording. But now I'm an animal with it.
Yeah, you an animal with it now.
Yeah, for sure.
When I listen to Chris, I'm like, yo, he went dummy in this video.
Yeah, facts.
And I know he knocked that bitch out quick because I know how you work.
Yeah.
Oh my.
Facts. Keys made the beat. It was really a reference track. We was writing it to give it away.
Wow.
It wasn't for me. To be honest,
it's too hard.
But
I gotta keep it.
she said, nah, she grabbed her chin like, son, you might have to keep this for less art. I was like, yeah, I mean, the bars was strong enough. Yeah, I'm good. Oh yeah, you can put me. The bars are strong enough, so I was like, I'm with it. So when she said we keeping it for lost art, I ain't take a second thought. I was like, oh yeah, I'm gonna keep it.
Nah, facts.
Yeah.
Again, shout out to Lost Art, and it's about to drop, and that crazy song, y'all gonna see the visuals on that motherfucker. That shit crazy.
And my toes was, my feet was froze when you see it. So make sure y'all like the video and share, cause my feet was froze. I promise you. I don't know how I was moving, but I had froze toes. Real work. But it was my fault though, cause I wore dunks in the snow.
Oh, the white black ones.
Yeah, I would have. But you gotta be drifting.
You had the higher.
What was gonna be the?
I said you going crazy. Yeah. I know your feet cold.
My feet was freezing. And the funny part about that, I was so cold. I asked the instructor, I'm like, "Yo, can I smoke up here?" And he like, I mean, I'm act like I don't see you.
Ain't it's legal?
Nah, I think it's like Mormons. That's what they call.
Oh yeah, they different.
I'm not sure, but I just know that's what
Utah.
Utah. They different. Yeah, they're different.
Utah.
Westbrook has issues out there every time he go out there.
Utah.
Yeah, Utah.
So yeah, I was
Beautiful,
scared.
though.
I paused the blunt. I said I'll wait till I get back to the Airbnb.
Let me get the fuck back to my comfort.
But all I could tell myself was this video gonna be hard. So I was just like, it's real worth it.
Unbelievable. Based on what I've seen, it looks unfucking believable.
Yeah, I appreciate you.
Hell yeah, bro. So, we've been talking about a lot of music, and we'll get back to that. But just briefly, I need you to tell me a couple things about your basketball mind, right? So, and we ain't got to touch
Facts. Oh yeah,
I just
facts.
got to ask you your favorite NBA guy of all time and your favorite team, and then we'll go back to music. But I need those two things from you. I need those two things, just those two.
My favorite NBA guy, is it current or just ever?
Whatever.
Current is Stephen Curry. Overall, ever is Kobe Bryant.
Shout out Bean, that's my dog.
R.I.P. Bean. But I know the greatest basketball player to me is Michael Jordan. But now let me say this. Now LeBron is edging over him for me a little bit. A little, just because he's so old and his arm is like over the rim. I didn't see.
He looked that nigga crazy over here, like what the fuck?
I didn't see Jordan. I didn't see.
Hey, my boy Dre over there, like, come on, man. You heard MJ? He's like, okay, you kept it a bead.
No, MJ is my favorite ever, but I'm just saying to be 38 and to play at a high level at 30. I'm not 38, and I know how I feel.
I don't know how this nigga still pulling that shit off.
I know how I feel, but he's playing against the John Morants, the Stephen Currys, and he's still holding his own weight. So that right there, that's the only thing to me that put him in the Jordan conversation.
For sure.
But before that is no contest. Michael Jordan is the best player ever. My favorite team is the Warriors.
Oh, you a Warriors guy. You like the Warriors.
Just because I love Curry so much. Yeah.
That's real.
Yeah, facts.
Curry changed the game. He's a trendsetter.
Yeah, I was watching Curry when we was in high school. And you can relate to this because a lot of people don't understand when I say this. Because when I tell them who my favorite basketball player, I say Curry, and they be like, "You a bandwagon?" And I say, no. One day when I went into basketball, your coach always be like, "All right, you got some homework."
Yeah.
The coach gave us homework to go watch. He's like, "Go watch this young guy, how the team depends on him, and he carries them to the." I didn't know it was Curry, so I go home. My homework's to watch Curry game at Davidson, and he went brazy. He had scored like 38 or something like that.
Yeah, Curry went crazy at Davidson.
And ever since then I was a fan. So
he changed the game. And
yeah,
when he took that next leap, like when he was, doing the MVP thing back to back.
Yeah,
he was locked in on a different level.
Facts.
But yeah, man, everybody knows how I'm rocking. I'm a Laker guy.
You are?
I'm a Laker guy.
For real? Oh, so you a Bron fan?
I'm a Bron fan, but I'm a Kobe fan, first and foremost. But I do respect LeBron and what he does for Lakers.
It's the age for me. That's the diamond in it. It's the age.
I'm a LeBron, huge fan. I just don't like how sometimes he be bitching and complaining, and you got all these young niggas watching. You got all these young kids that you watching. You want to walk back on defense. I rock with him because he brought a ring to the LA. So I got to give him this. Even AD's soft ass, injury prone ass.
But you also could say this. This is why I give him a nod, because every team he been to, LeBron? He got him a championship.
Oh yeah.
He showed up. He showed up.
His credit, he probably should be up there with. If he didn't lose as many as he lost, it'd be no debate. But just because he lost so many, but again, that's a testimony to say how many times he got there. So it's like.
Yeah, but how did you go to Miami and take care of business? You went to Cleveland and took care of business. You went to LA and took care of business. A lot of people don't take care of business.
A lot of people don't take care of business.
Yeah, so my respect for him has grown over the years.
100%. So this is the back end of the episode, and I always do a game towards the end to wrap it up. It's called the word or phrase game. Mm-hmm. And I'll either give you a phrase or a word or something in between, and you give me your initial thoughts on it. And you can dig deep as you want to dig.
Facts.
But I got about 5 here for you. So the first phrase, and I think we just touched on it, is Kobe or LeBron. So you can tell me initially how you feel.
Kobe.
Okay.
No debate.
Okay, for sure.
Kobe. I had the fro when I was a kid because of Kobe.
Factual.
You made me change my hair or anything, you get the vote.
Whole different league. Yeah, factual. Shout out Kobe, man. R.I.P.
Facts.
Kobe.
R.P. to Cole.
Facts. The next one is, what comes to your mind when you think about BET 106 in Park? Now that's one you can dig deep in.
I've touched 106 in Park stage.
Hard.
So that
guys can't do that.
that was a goal for me. I touched 106 in Park stage. A lot of people can't say I actually seen the setting. I seen the background. So that was like me and my brothers and sisters, that was our favorite show growing up. So I felt like that's like one of my achievements that I said, everything was a blur, but that one thing is like, it's something memorable that I'll never forget.
You can't forget that.
Yeah.
Tell your kids and you show your kids.
I was on 106 in Park before, so. Yeah, and I met.
On BET.
Yeah, facts. I was on 106 in Park, so I love 106 in Park.
Nah, for sure.
And I feel like we need to bring that back. Maybe you should bring it back.
Hey, listen, if I get the budget, it's no question. I'm bringing it.
You don't need the budget. They just need to hire you and to be the guy.
Come on, man.
And you get a girl.
Come on.
Get a new free.
Come on. Get a new free. Get a new, what was her name? Roxy.
Right.
Get another Roxy.
You not Terrence though.
Yeah, I ain't.
Yeah, you do a little more edgier there.
I stand on business a little more than Terrence. Salty.
Yeah.
Like this craft.
Facts.
I stand on business.
Yeah, but to me, I think the culture need like a 106 in Park.
Man, what? It'd be crazy right now. You know what I'm saying? Like, 106 in Park really changed a lot for the culture, bro. And
Yeah.
And that's also some things like different times, like everybody on social media, Instagram, whoop-de-whoop. Back then, we had 106 in Park to look forward to every time we got home from school.
That's what I was saying. That was our favorite show.
And
At 6 o'clock, it was
trouble.
yeah.
That kept homies and females homies together, kicking it under one roof.
Right.
It kept families
Right.
under one roof.
Right.
106 in Park did a lot for our people and did a lot for the culture.
Facts.
So yeah, bro. Also, the next one I gotta ask you about, and this, don't think about politics. You know, I know you never do, but I had to throw that out there. Greatest artist of all time.
Tupac.
I like that. He was quick with that one. Why?
Just because he wasn't the best rapper.
Right.
He's the greatest rapper.
He
To
did a
me,
lot.
and his artistry, like
crazy.
he hit every, like, if you want to pull up like an artist chart, to me he hit every check mark on the chart.
No, that's a fact.
First rapper with tattoos, he was fly.
He was fly.
His music was impeccable.
Honestly, his style right now is going.
It's going on right now, facts. So to me is either Tupac to me, just because it's hardcore. I'm normally tell you Michael Jackson, but to me it's Tupac because it was more on him.
That's a fact.
So Tupac to me is if you want to be an artist, that's the perfect person to study. Yeah.
And there's so many things you can study because there's so many different layers to Tupac. You see his artistry, then you see his characteristics and his personality. It all falls into his art, but you see his attempts on and his routines on. How he went down in the studio,
right? What
he would do in public when he was around the public,
and he made a lot of mistakes on camera, but he still recovered. But that's why I love him.
Genuine.
And even though the thing in Vegas, like a lot of people say, he got himself killed and he messed up the bag, but at the end of the day, like everything has its reasoning. It has nothing to do with how perfect of an artist he was to me. Yeah, to me, that's the perfect rapper, everything.
Facts. So the next one is Nas or Jay-Z?
Jay-Z. No thought behind it is Hove. Even though I love Nas.
I saw both of y'all.
I love Nas. I love Nas.
We in the house of a Naser.
I love Nas.
The zero most.
Oh, this is Nas?
This is Nas.
I love Nas.
Hey, I feel you.
Sounds like Ron right now.
You right.
Yes. This dude.
To me, he was catching up. He was just catching up. He ain't never dropped as many albums as Hov.
These albums aren't even like they don't even tell a story all the way through. It's just a bunch of freestyles. I mean, what?
Nas is amazing. Listen, hey, Nas is amazing, but we're talking about the best rapper alive.
Is Hov.
Hov.
Can never be, bro.
Hov. I'm not talking about a lyricist. No, you can say what you want. I'm not talking about a lyricist. Hov.
Hey, listen, we're not talking about Beyonce husband.
I'm not either. I'm talking about Hov. I'm talking about Hov.
Bro, 444 was a trash.
No, it wasn't. You smoking. You smoking. Kev, did you give him some gazelle? You had to give him some gazelle.
What songs on 444 have replay value besides what?
Family Feud, OJ Story. OJ Story.
When the last time you listened to OJ Story?
Just a few days ago.
Stop.
Family Feud. All I listen to is Jay-Z. So, Reasonable Doubt, Black Album, American Gangster, all of that is in my Tim deck.
Let me ask you this. Have you listened to all of the King's Diseases?
Yeah, but listen, I'm not saying Nas ass. I love Nas. It's just Jay-Z's got only because for me, Nas could have took the game at one point in time after his second album, which is. It was written. It was written for him to be the best ever. And after that, what came after that? Them two albums that he dropped in that same year, them are me. And you talking to a hip hop head, so you can't throw. You can't say that because I heard everything you heard too. But what I'm trying to tell you, them two mediocre albums in the middle, which is Nostradamus and what is it? I Am. And you didn't think I would know that. I know that because I listen. You can't pull that rug over my head. Them are mediocre. Now you want to go down My Life in Times, Reasonable Doubt, My Life in Times 3, Blueprint, Blueprint 2.
Hold on. Wait. How do you go from Volume 2? Volume 2, bro, has no replay value.
Okay, but did I name Valuable 2?
When the last time you listened to
The other day. The other day.
Bro, so you listen to Jay-Z's whole time?
Yes, I'm him. I'm him.
So check this out.
I'm him.
So the reason why I Am, which is his third drop.
I know his songs leaked and all that. I'm here. I'm hip with you. You can't pull no rug over my head. I'm here. I know hip hop, and I'm telling you, it wasn't gonna be he out there fooling around. Why your whole album, to both of your albums leaking?
Say it again.
Why did both of your albums leak?
Well, because Nas ain't really have like a team. Like Jay, all right. So look, Jay always had Dame until he didn't.
I understand.
Dame fought for Jay.
I understand.
I think that's a sucker play. You see what I'm saying? To like Dame.
Jay, but people do stuff.
Kingdom Come wasn't a good album.
You're tripping.
Kingdom
You
Come
tripping.
The last
I don't know what life would be with H.O.P. H.I.P. Come on, stop it.
was Blueprint 3. Watch the Throne, Kanye ate him.
No, he didn't. Jay-Z killed Kanye on Ham. Fuck y'all mad at me for.
We'll finish this topic.
Again, see. Again, I study hip hop. When I told you my mom left her CDs for me to listen to, them are the CDs she left for me to listen to, and I heard them. And I'm telling you, I know I Am. I know all these albums. Nas, after what was it called?
Is it Jay and then Nas? What is it for you?
Jay and Nas, no, it's the best rapper artist ever is Tupac for me, and then it's Jay-Z.
Okay, that's
No, I never even said Nas. Whoever the Nas, it got to be between Kanye or
Kanye's a good pick.
it's Kanye gotta be Drake. It gotta be Kanye or Drake.
He put Drizzy in it. I'm a Drake.
And it's not because it's not, and we can have this argument of him not writing his woo, but
He's a great artist.
The way you put that together, the way you putting that together, like how you doing that, you the GOAT for how you putting music together. But again, nobody could pull. I know hip hop, and I'm telling you, Hove got him.
Yeah, for sure.
But I love Nas. I'm not telling you that, Nas is trash. That's normally people's argument.
Right.
Hove is better, Nas is trash.
Right.
No. For me, the consistency for Hove is a little bit better. Nas is in his bag right now, but we all know if Hove drops something right now, nothing's going to be mentioned about King Disease.
That's a fact.
And them albums are crazy hard.
They
They are. But 444 is not mediocre. We can backtrack. Magna Carta is not mediocre.
Crazy with Justin Timberlake on it.
Hello?
Yeah, that was crazy.
American Gangster, not mediocre. Where we going back? Blueprint 3, not mediocre. That's how I'm saying. Like, you backtrack, it's statements and it's good songs in these. And Hove is more like LeBron to me.
No, facts.
The consistency, the age. It's the same thing, and he's a rock boy. Toast to the rock boys.
Facts.
Toast to the rock boys.
You know what it is. So this is the last one we'll touch on, and I kind of already know which way you're gonna lean. So I got Chris Brown and Bryson Tiller.
It's not even a competition.
No, you're right.
Yeah, Bryson.
Some people will not say Chris Brown just because they won't say it.
I don't see nothing Bryson Tiller does nothing better than Chris Brown.
I'm with you on that.
So it's not even a competition. He is.
Very talented.
He is.
Yeah.
But
I think y'all make a hard song.
We will. I love Bryson Tiller, but Chris Brown is in the bed of his own.
Yeah, Crazy is a different breed.
Like Bryson Tiller is it's like a comparison. It's Bryson Tiller or Tory Lanez.
Yeah,
like, it's like nobody's in that lane of Chris Brown. Yeah. When you consistent,
a little bit too though. Tory Lanez is.
You think so?
I think Tory Lanez is very talented, bro.
He's not in his own lane, cause.
Well, I mean, you're right, but he's very good at what he does, though. Like
he's amazing.
I've sat
He's
down
amazing.
on YouTube and seen that they actually put their routine out on YouTube.
But he remind me of myself just because he been doing it for so long and he finally blew. He found it. So
it took him a decade plus.
Yeah, for sure.
Once he hit that,
for sure,
he hit that.
For sure.
But he's been that before that. It just took some time because you had to build that catalog. It's timing. It's all that shit.
Right.
But at the same time, it's like, when I'm sitting back, like I mentioned earlier, watching Tory Lanez on these Twitch lives, and bro, it's just literally just vibes in the stew. His niggas, his boys, a couple little sweet things, the engineers. He pick up one or two beats. They listening to beats for about 25 minutes. At the end, he just knocks out a track.
That's easy. It's just repetition.
But some guys can't do that.
Yeah, but it's just like when you in the gym and you shooting 100 shots.
That's a fact.
The mind is just a muscle.
That's a fact.
So you work that muscle, how you train it to work, it's gonna work like that. So you could do. If you put your mind to it, you really could do that. Anybody could do that. Now, what separates you is how you telling the story, and that's what's the blessing. Like, damn, I got a gift to tell a story in this way. But I'm really now, I've been had that gift. I just was, like I said, I was going with the wave. Like, let me say this for who. Now, for me, it's not about that. It's now I can have a conversation in my rap. Like, I was just at the podcast, Straight Shooters, spitting straight facts. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? I could talk about this in my raps now because it's conversation. Instead of throwing a line about a bitch and some money and stuff like this is what I would talk about.
Make it real. Make it real life.
Yeah, and that's where I'm at now with rapping. It's no more like I don't care to try to teach you about my Bugatti or a Benz or something or how many bitches I done fuck. It's cool to mention that because sometimes it do hit home with the stunner, the bachelor, right?
Yeah, the hustler.
The bachelor, the hustler, the stunner, the grinder. Yeah, you want to keep them going, but all my music is not clogged with a bunch of lies and bitches and hoes.
Ain't never been like that.
Yeah, for sure.
I've been listening to you.
Yeah, facts.
But yeah, man, that's all we got today. I believe, that everything is gonna go crazy with the album. Y'all can't, sit tight. I couldn't sit tight because I want to hear the actual shit on Apple Music. So once it drop on Apple, once it drop on Spotify,
please
y'all
support.
please come out and listen to that motherfucker, because Lost Art is unfucking believable, y'all. Like,
Facts.
I tell y'all that from top to bottom, you're getting great bars, great beats, great production, great storytelling, it's just great across the board. And I'm not just saying that because it's my boy, because I listen to a lot of music. Anybody who's around me, they know I listen to a lot of fucking music, and I listen to a lot of fucking artists. You know, I'm a music guy. Like, I've been in enough.
Me too.
You know, and you even more than me.
Me too. I love hip hop. Like, I don't play about that.
And the crazy thing about it is, you know, just being a student of the game from my perspective, you know, I've learned a lot just about music in general. But, you know, you do this for a living. You know what I'm saying? This is how you feed your family. So,
for sure.
You know, it's a whole different locking with you when it comes to studying the game. And
right.
I can't do anything but respect that. And, you know, I appreciate you for blessing the
I appreciate you too, bro. I love the fact you call me, bro. You know we family.
Man, what?
We could do this again.
Man, what? You gonna be back on?
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Album.
Oh, yeah, hell yeah.
Be back in this bitch.
Yeah, once the album...
Pull up, nigga.
Yeah, Ace.
Hey, pull up, because this is you. If without you...
Next time we could do maybe like me, Keys, and AC.
Ooh, that's the one. I already got a spot for that.
You ready to interview 3 people at one time?
It's easy. You see how smooth we got the drink on the table. This is nothing.
Yeah, shout out to Straight Shooters, man. Make sure y'all show my guy some love.
Man.
This started from the ground. I know how he grind, and that's word to the wise, man.
That's real talk, man. A lot of niggas won't understand what it takes
Facts.
to grind and the hours that you put in to create.
Right.
The creative.
We living in the real time right now.
Bro,
so like,
real time.
yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And just the people, like you said, the people you around these days, the people I'm around these days, I'm content with where I'm at.
Yeah.
As far as the people I'm around. Like, I'm not content with where I'm at in life, but I'm content with my circle.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And that's real, bro.
Facts. Once you find that solid circle, is where you could go is undeniable.
Super fast.
For sure.
You know the sky's the limit, literally.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And you do give Wayne a lot of references. I do have to think
Yeah, always.
Yeah, Wayne is a different breed. Wayne
I love Wayne.
He changed the game. He really changed rap. He changed music for me, bro. Because shout out to my boy Julian Royal. Back when we was in high school.
Yeah, what up, Julian?
You already know.
You know I know you.
He should be a pro right now, but he don't love basketball like that. He different.
Right, Julian crazy.
He different breed. But you know, back when we were in high school, we were literally fiending for every mixtape in the fucking internet.
What's the next song?
What's the next
What that he gonna drop?
Mixtape.
Yeah.
Hot new hip hop. Used to freeze. Live
When he dropped.
Used to freeze.
Yeah.
Niggas don't remember that.
Yeah, I remember that.
I know you remember.
Facts.
But a lot of motherfuckers don't remember how crazy Wayne changed the game, bro.
Yeah.
And like if anybody ever has anything bad to say about Wayne, you on something or you just hating. Because the man, he changed
line for line.
Man, he changed the game for what it is today. I mean, that's one of the first people I seen get in front of a camera and say, fuck it. They see my routine and I'm still freestyling.
Right.
Like, there's not too many people that was doing that back then.
Right.
A lot of niggas don't like cameras around. They routine in the stew.
And
give a fuck.
That's me. I'm one of them. Like but I learned to just I'm with it now.
Yeah.
I'm with anything now.
Facts, because your talent speaks for itself. Mm-hmm. It's always spoken for itself. You've been like that honestly since I met you, but that's because we're close. I don't know if you act with people.
Nah, like you said, I'm Batman. You're not getting too much from me with a high and by.
Nah, facts.
And I'm going back to the house.
Yeah, bro. I'm already knowing. You keep it from point A to point B. That's how I am too.
Facts.
But you know when we kick it, we just parlay.
Oh yeah.
Around
Big dope.
3 hours.
Big dope. Yeah.
Good vibe.
Get the headache pack, y'all.
We had to throw that in there for both niggas. Y'all crazy.
Yo.
Hey, man, but we gonna go ahead and close this one out, man. I appreciate y'all.
All right, y'all.
I appreciate my brothers.
My dog.
Y'all tap in. Lost Art coming soon. You know it's about to be out, so y'all tap in. Over and out, man.
Thanks.
Over and out.
Oh.
Go ahead and turn those off, Just. That camera, that was crazy.
Time to go hit that.
But the culture is who I am too. Let's get straight to it.